Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a fundamental concept about how AI works. And once you get this, I promise it's going to completely change how you use these tools. It's the hidden reason they sometimes feel so forgetful. It's called statelessness. So let me just ask you this straight up. When you're deep in a chat session with your AI assistant, building out a feature, does it actually remember you? Does it remember the decisions you made 10 messages ago or the coding style you used yesterday? You'd think the answer is yes, right? Well, the truth is a little more shocking.
The reality is it has total amnesia. Every single time you hit send, it's like the AI is meeting you for the very first time. It remembers absolutely nothing. And that one simple idea, that's the key to unlocking how to actually work with these tools instead of fighting against them.
Now, this amnesia problem isn't some kind of bug. It's actually a core design principle called statelessness. And understanding this is what separates the people who get frustrated with AI from the people who master it.
So, what in the world does stateless actually mean? It's really simple. Every single interaction, every API call is a completely blank slate. The model gets your prompt, it generates a response for you, and then, poof, everything is gone. It holds on to zero memory of what just happened.
The absolute best way to think about it is this. Imagine you're explaining your project to a brilliant world-class expert. But every single time you open your mouth to say something, they have no idea who you are or what you just said 5 seconds ago. That is exactly what's happening under the hood with every single interaction.
Okay, I know what you're probably thinking right now. Wait a minute, that just can't be right. When I use ChatGPT or Claude, it feels like it remembers our conversation. And you're not wrong, it really does feel that way. But that feeling, it's an illusion. It's a really clever trick being played by the application you're using.
So here's the secret. The AI model itself has no memory. The magic is all in the chat application. With every new message you type, the app quietly bundles up your entire conversation history and sends it all back to the model from scratch. So the memory isn't in the AI at all. It's being stuffed back into the prompt every single time. And this breaks it down perfectly. In step 1, you say, "My name is Maya." The AI responds and immediately wipes its memory clean. So in step 2, when you ask, "What's my name?" the app doesn't just send that question. No way. It sends the entire context. "My name is Maya," plus, "What's my name?" The AI reads it all fresh, correctly answers Maya, and, you guessed it, forgets everything all over again. As the conversation gets longer, that block of text that gets resent just gets bigger and bigger every single time.
Okay, so that's a fascinating little technical detail, but why does it actually matter? Because this one single constraint has massive, practical implications for how you build things with AI, whether you're a founder sketching an idea or a developer deep in the code.
This reality leads to 4 huge takeaways. First, you can never, ever assume context. You have to provide it every single time. Second, detailed project specifications aren't just helpful, they are absolutely essential. Third, you gotta remember that continuity you feel is a trick of the application, not the AI. And finally, for any project that's going to last more than a few minutes, you absolutely need a system to manage and re-inject that context.
This table is just perfect for turning that theory into action. You might expect the AI to remember your coding style, but in reality, it has no memory of past sessions. So the fix? You provide style guides in a persistent file. You might think it knows your project, but nope, every message starts fresh. So you have to give it access to the codebase every time. The key takeaway here is you have to shift from expecting memory to providing memory.
And that right there brings us to the solution. This is the entire reason for using persistent files, like AGENTS.md for instructions or SPEC.md for project requirements. These files aren't just for organization. They are, quite literally, the external long-term memory you create for your brilliant but amnesiac assistant.
So all of this leads to a really necessary shift in our thinking. To stop fighting the technology and start working with it, we need a totally new mental model for what an AI assistant actually is.
The old, incorrect model is thinking of the AI as a colleague who remembers your shared history. That just leads to frustration. The new, correct mental model is to see the AI as a brilliant, world-class expert who happens to have severe amnesia. Your job isn't to have a conversation. It's to provide a perfect, complete briefing every single time you engage them.
And ultimately, that's the empowering part. This isn't a downer. It's just pragmatic. When you stop getting frustrated that the AI forgot something and instead start building systems to provide it with perfect context every time, your productivity skyrockets.
You're no longer fighting the nature of the tool, you're leveraging it. So, I'll just leave you with this question. Now that you know the secret of the AI's amnesia and you understand that every single interaction is a fresh start, take a look at your own workflows. Are you still just chatting with it, or are you briefing your brilliant amnesiac expert correctly?